So you didn't like the songs?
No, you know what? Go ahead. Tell me. Did you like the songs?
No.
I'm gonna try to put me on the spot. I'm gonna turn this shit around on you. Man, I just humbly approach you and just ask you, just go over dtmerch.com.
Buy a little something.
But could you find it in your heart to buy a little something? We made these
For Christmas.
It's Christmas. Man, look, we even made Christmas shirts,
Right,
and sweaters for you, courtesy of our man. I'm gonna start pimping him out, Dominic Cellini. Yeah, Dominic Cellini did the shirts for Christmas. Shirts, beanies, backpacks, all kind of stuff, gift certificates. Like I said, I'm not gonna bombard you tonight. So please subscribe, support us, and I trust you're not gonna regret getting that toasted goodness all over your booty. I mean body. I'm looking at I was reading clockwork right there. You threw me off. How dare you?
You son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch. All over your body. I mean, you can rub it on your booty too if you want to. I'm gonna start out by saying, Martin, I always say, like any other genre out there, zombies don't get old, man. Now, because I've had this argument with people. I said this 10 years ago. I said, zombies ain't going nowhere. Get that out your mind right now. Oh, that's a fad. Today, got more zombies than ever. I think it's about to really rise from the dead, man. Got more zombies than ever. And because it's with any kind of property at all. It's not what's out there, how long it's been out there. It's what you do with it.
Sure.
And and there's always an original take that you can have. Like my man here, writer and director, Ryan McHenry. He had an idea for something different, something new, something no one's ever seen before. A zombie musical. And then somebody said, hey man, Michael Jackson. Said, I think he got you. I think Michael Jackson got you beat by about 30 years, man.
I should have looked this up, but I feel like there was another zombie musical.
I think there is. There's been all kind of gory musicals or zombie musicals. Like there was
Yeah.
one called Repo, the genetic opera.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah, it wasn't zombies, but it was a lot of gore.
Okay.
And plus, that wasn't even like a musical. That was really trying to be an opera.
Oh, okay.
And plus, mine, it wasn't that good.
Was it not?
I kind of like it, but I admit to you, it's not that good a movie.
Okay.
So I mean,
So there's room.
There's room. There's room. Nobody's out there really raving about that last zombie musical that they saw, because if they were, we remember it.
Right.
But they said, you know what? This is going to be the one right here. This is going to be the one that's actually going to. This is going to be the one to bring it back. This is actually this was a short verse. This was
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. It was a short called simply put, Zombie the Musical.
It is mad and simple and silly.
And as you can see, also kind of gory, like a good zombie flick should be. And now it was such a good idea, people thought, it is finally being made into, or has been made into, a feature-length film.
Yeah, let's expand on this.
Let's
Why
expand.
not?
Yeah, exactly. This is kind of a novel thing. So let's go ahead and look at the trailer for Anna in the Apocalypse.
Can you hear me? I'm a first aider.
As a horror fan, I have to say, for those who are playing
Bingo. I won.
For those who are playing double toasted bingo, if you haven't heard of it, that's the toast I'll tell you about it. But as a horror fan, I gave you a free one. Also, as a musical fan, Martin.
Oh, you're a musical fan.
I'm also a musical fan. I think I do like the musicals. Oh, Oklahoma is the place I really want to be, or whatever that song is. But see, Martin, you see how I love it? Love them so much, I forgot the words. No, I do like musicals, though. I do. So I think I'm qualified to speak about both genres being combined in this movie right here. And there a lot. I've read things where they're comparing this. This is Shaun of the Dead meets La La Land. And
No.
no,
No.
it's more like Shaun of the Dead meets High School Musical. And I'm not talking about the movies or the shows. I'm talking about like an actual high school musical. You know, that shitty musical that that as a parent you don't want to see. I mean, look, nice try. Tried to slide that in. we like La La Land. No, you were nowhere near La La Land. Of course, everybody remembers La La Land, the movie that won for like 2 seconds, the best Oscar, and then lost.
They can always say, "Hey, we did win."
They did win. You can technically put award winning for 2 seconds. La La Land.
I can show you the footage where our name got called out.
Warren Beatty said so. La La Land, not like this movie. La La Land had more of a budget. So La La Land was able to do things such as, and listen, I'm not trying to even hold it against it, but one of the things that this movie I don't think can compare to with something like La La Land, I'm saying in general, La La Land had great musical productions, incredible choreography, and really inspired locations with really nice art direction, man. And most importantly, they had memorable songs. I don't know one person that came out of La La Land wasn't walking down the sidewalk to their car, going to the kitchen talking about City of Stars, throwing that throwing that invisible jacket across the shop. Yeah, City of Stars. You know what I'm saying? I challenge one person to come to me after you see this movie and tell me you remember one song that was played in here.
Hollywood Ending.
Hollywood. You know what? You were right. And I think that's the only one. And I'll
A soldier at war. See,
Okay,
that's another one.
Martin, do you hear that? Do you hear those words? If you do remember it, you don't remember like, oh, this is great. You remember like, okay.
So you didn't like the songs?
No, you know what? Go ahead. Tell me. Did you like the songs?
No.
I'm gonna try to put me on the spot. I'm gonna turn this shit around on you.
Look, here's the thing. It's a genre bending movie, and it's combining zombies and a musical, which is cool. Because that's something that hasn't been done. I like so much of what this movie is in concept. In execution, kind of let me down.
Yeah.
Because ultimately, as I watched it and really wanted to love it, I'm just like, nothing here is original. Well, of course it's not original. It's mixing these things together. No, calm down. What I'm saying is, as you watch it, you can see how pieces of it are taken from other things. But also, none of the jokes are really that fresh. The characters, they're just types. They don't say anything original or insightful. And yeah, the songs. The whole time with the songs, I was like, man, these songs, they're kind of like low-level 80s pop songs.
Yeah.
And it did make me think of High School Musical, the movies. But I was like, well, even then, because I watched those with my girls, and even then I was like, I hate to admit, I am kind of getting into the story a little bit, like these characters.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you had Zachy Poo in there.
My boy Zach.
Yeah, you have charismatic people in it. It kind of drags you along in it, even reluctantly. But I'm like, even if it was High School Musical, that was just a watered down version of Grease.
Yeah, and it knew what it was.
Yeah.
And it was kind of relegated to the Disney Channel.
I see how it's a fun movie. I don't begrudge anybody who likes it.
Yeah.
But I was just so like, it's just kind of not quite there.
Even the dance numbers in this, they doing the same dance. They throw their hands up in the air, do a twirl, and then they jump on something like a card table. And I swear, I said, man, if they do that one move, I'm gonna have to knock points off for it. They do that move, they saluting nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's one of those where, when you look at, like, I can't believe somebody compared to La La Land.
Yeah.
Because that's in the top echelon. And it's one of these things where when I see this, I go, that's the thing with musicals that I think a lot of people don't get, is that they really do require a big budget or just like some inspired art direction. And if you don't have that, then it's better on the stage. It's better watch it live.
It's the same thing, and they even do some things that are annoying. I meant it when I said I hate that salute, because they ain't saluting at nothing. It's a stage thing that you do that means nothing. It's one of the most cliche things you do. It's meant to emphasize a line, but what are you saluting?
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's just like, you know, I'm letting go. I'm living for me. You know, who are you saluting? What army are you in?
Yeah.
You know, and you know, it's, I don't want to be mean, but when I say that, that's amateurish, man.
Yeah.
Maybe they're doing all these things that seem amateurish or seem like things you've seen before because they are satirizing the musical format itself.
And I thought that.
But I'm going to tell you.
I thought that. I
yeah.
kept thinking, oh, well, that's what it is.
But then again, I don't think that they pushed it, you know?
Yeah.
Not bad. At times, they can even be fun. It was just typical musical numbers. Songs about characters. Look, we've seen this. Songs about characters who are so sad. I've got to get out of this place.
Yeah.
I've got to live my life.
Yeah.
You know, this little town, these little mines. You know, you know, and if you want me to be honest, when characters do that and they really ain't got no problems, it comes across a little whiny.
I really like the main character, Anna herself, and the actress. She's got a charisma. She's like, you know, she's another clone of Anne Hathaway.
Ella Hunt is her name. And even then, I like the actress.
Yeah, and I know I'm going to see her do other things, and she'll be successful.
Yeah.
But her character has no problems, but she's mopey.
She's the only problem with her is that she's just whiny. I'm just talking about just shut the fuck up. You know, yeah, please leave, please travel, because I don't want to hear your ass no more. And Anna's cool. Outside of Anna's cool. You know, Anna ain't done nothing to me. I like the actress Ella Hunt, except that. As far as the character goes, I don't want to look like I'm sitting up here getting pissed off about this character being mean, because I'm just going to say there's just certain things about this kind of character that kind of bothers me. For one, as I said, the whiny, and two, she's that lead, the lead female character who she's so kind. She does nothing wrong to the point where she's just kind of boring. You know, she's a more dull version of Belle from Beauty and the Beast.
Oh.
Belle just goes around. Belle goes around town, and everybody loves Belle because Belle just don't fuck with nobody. Belle she's just nice, giving shit to the homeless. You know, you know. I mean,
didn't they hate Belle because she read?
Yeah, no, you know,
she always reading.
Yeah, burn at the stake. You know? Thing is, everybody has a problem. That really ain't that big of a problem, but they got to sing about it for about 5 minutes. You just like, I don't want to hear this shit, man. I got somewhere to go. You can get therapy online actually. So, and Sarah Swire plays the and I hate saying this because it shouldn't be a big deal about what her sexuality is, but
it shouldn't.
But it's funny they you know, because they make her active, as you say,
right?
Which kind of plays in the whole I'm so liberal because I'm also a lesbian, but
and angry all the time.
And angry, and Sarah Swire plays her. I think these because the rest of these people are not, as you say, they're just types, man. You know, Anna's best friend who has a crush on her, the overprotective dad, the school bully,
right?
You know, his gooms, you know,
the administrator who takes his job seriously to the point of being evil.
Oh yeah, the stick in the ass headmaster.
yeah,
exactly. Yeah, man. All these people are types, and they got to sing about their role here in life. It's not that I hate these characters, because I think at a certain point they're functional for what they're trying to do here.
Functional. That's a good word.
It's just that they're not. I'm not, because I don't hate them. I really don't. I'm not trying to talk bad. They're functional for the story, but that doesn't make them great. It doesn't make them because they're not memorable.
Because they don't have that any more dimension to them, and you just wish. Just not even a full extra dimension. Just half of the dimension. Just give me just a little something, because I came here to enjoy this, and I want to come out like everybody else singing it and telling everybody you got to go see this. And I'll just not. You're not meeting me there. I want you to.
No, I thought some people in here who give good performances, but then some people seem like they were hired mainly because they could sing. Yeah. But this girl Sarah Swire plays the lesbian chick. I don't have anything against her. She's probably great in some other things. I just don't.
This character's overplayed and annoying.
She's another character that acts too much with her eyes and head.
Right.
Can you believe
she
that?
does?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly.
Delivers all her dialogue like this.
I'm telling you, I'm being awkward right now. I'm gonna walk away. You know, look, you don't believe me because. Look how she acts in this scene right here, which also proves another point that we're going to make about some of the other elements in this movie. You see what I'm saying? I thought I was playing.
Well, I would give her I would give her slack on that because she just murdered somebody. But that seems to have nothing to do with that, no action whatsoever, and she's delivering her lines like this.
But Martin, she just got through destroying a zombie's head, and of course she's gonna recoil and eyes gonna be big. But she even talks to people just regular like that.
Yeah, she does.
Hey guys, what's going on? No, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Well, it's too bad you don't have a mom, man.
Shit, maybe there wouldn't be apocalypse if they actually built real walls instead of this styrofoam.
Budget cuts. Man, the only wood we got left is balsa wood.
Come on, man.
Yeah, that's not even balsa wood. That's foam core.
That is foam core, yeah. Come on, man. Y'all got to either cut this shit to like a little bit early so we can see this, blur it or something, because that's obviously that's foam right there, man. Right. Even that scene right there with the zombies, proving another point with this, at least what I think. Even the zombie stuff is kind of a repeat of what we've seen before. Because we're starting to see the same patterns. Yeah. Some of this stuff was cool before at one time, and now we're starting to see it in every zombie movie up to the point where it's becoming extremely noticeable. I mean, this movie's kind of the same way. Someone wakes up either confused as to what's happening or the thing that they do if they really want to be comedic with it is that the character is oblivious to the destruction going on around them.
Yeah.
Because they're wearing headphones or they're tired, their own world.
Yeah. That scene, watching that, I was like, this gives me flashbacks to Shaun of the Dead and Dawn of the Dead, the remake.
Yeah, exactly. Like the zombies here that we see. What I mean by repeating, the zombies in this movie are meant to either, as you saw in this scene right here, they're meant to either like be killed in the bloodiest way possible, or the bloodiest way that the film can afford, or they're meant to be ran from.
Yeah.
Right. With what we've been describing, what you have are these two things. You have a very lackluster musical, right, and you have a typical zombie movie.
Yeah.
Now, when an idea like this, where even though we've seen it done before in certain ways, when an idea like this, I felt like it would have been better had they integrated those two genres more, and mixed them to the point where you're getting more humor and more novelty out of them. Like maybe utilize the zombies and dance numbers, incorporate more action and gore in the musical numbers.
Yes. A bit more, for lack of a better word, not really silly, but just a bit more absurdist like that. And just to have more of a bite to its satire. Mm-hmm. Because that's what it needed.
Yeah. Because you look at something like Shaun of the Dead. Shaun of the Dead is incredible because they were able to fuse those two things together. The comedy, and even though it is a comedy, they were able to make it like a serious zombie flick.
Right. Yeah, because when they did the zombie stuff, it was done like a real zombie movie where it was effective and scary. And the movie Shaun of the Dead, the best thing about it is that it constantly subverts your expectations. Mm-hmm. You think one thing is going to happen, they do something else, and you just always going, oh!
Yep. And you know what? And with Shaun of the Dead is not even a musical. But there were some parts of Shaun of the Dead where they did things that felt like it took place in a fantasy musical world.
Yeah.
It only for little bits of the film, and they did in a way that wasn't obnoxious, but was really creative. Like during the opening credits, where everybody is kind of a zombie before they become zombies.
Yeah.
Small things like that. And like I said, man, they took fantasy elements from this and still managed to make a hardcore, serious zombie flick.
Yeah.
I look at that and I said, those little bits that you saw in Shaun of the Dead is what most of this movie should have been. Mm-hmm. I think.
No, I know. I agree also. I was just like, man, you guys, you put together this great concept, and you just kind of stalled out from there.
Yeah.
Going, well, from this point, we'll just borrow things from other movies because we got the concept, and people will love that. And it's it's heartbreaking.
It is. I mean, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Now I hate to make it sound like I didn't enjoy it at all, because I got some laughs out of it, especially with the kills. A lot of those things end up being funny.
I think later in the movie, it starts to play into its real strength. And then speaking for myself, of course, but in that it becomes more of a real apocalyptic movie. It stops relying so much on the novelty of a zombie musical and just becomes a good zombie movie. Where it's that element of people coming together, they put their bullshit differences aside, and they work together to survive.
Right. It doesn't happen until some of the main characters start to die.
And you know what? That's what I liked about it too, because that's how they do it. That's how they make you start to care, because once they start actually coming together, I think that's when they start to feel like real people. They cut all that goddamn singing and dancing. They're like, oh, shit, we got to live. can't be sit up here singing.
Put that microphone down and help me.
Better get off that car from not dancing and help me kill some of these zombies. Shit. You know, it's at that point to start coming together as a team. You start to care about them as characters, because I think they become real characters. Mm-hmm. And that's when major characters start dying. Because when they do, I think every death that is meant to have an impact has an impact. I gotta say, in the movie, I could not tell who was going to die, and they got me with it, man, because they were like, right when I start to like somebody, or if somebody was being cool,
right.
Oh, you should, man. I want to yell out so much during the movie. Oh no, not him, not her. I felt more for these people with all that silly ass singing and dancing.
Yeah,
I actually.
I think I know one spot where, because I know I even myself, when there was a character who got killed, and I was like, oh
man, yeah,
not him, not like that.
Yeah, or her. You know,
Yeah.
I saw something. I was just like, yeah, exactly. That was the least person I expected to go. And I gotta tell you, man, to this movie's credit, I felt more for these people with all this silly ass singing and dancing than I felt for anybody dying on The Walking Dead in a long time.
I need to go come back to that.
I'm sorry. I know Walking Dead fans are mad now. Oh, now you playing for the team, you can talk shit. I'm talking, man. That's why I can't. That's why because they dead serious, too serious.
Yeah, right.
I was kind of like, okay, you know what? I'm tired of this. And it's funny because look, you see some of it coming too, because characters will stop and they would just start talking about nothing that has to do with the movie.
You're like, you want to just bring out some photos of your girl back home or something? Are you retiring in a week?
I was like, all right, this ain't got nothing to do with the movie. Y'all just bullshitting just so a zombie can come out and be like, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, and
those zombies, boy, they sneaky.
Oh yeah, or people just stupid because they'll just fling their hands. Somebody have their hands out this wide like this. A zombie just like, really?
They like hit the zombie in the face. Like
yeah, shit. I saw. Yeah, they do a lot of MacGuffins. They avoid subplots that they actually put out there and make you think about one thing and go to another thing.
Yeah.
It's not. I will say that's the thing that they don't do. That's typical. They set up things and it's almost like they realize, like, look, all right, we being kind of trite with everything else. We can't do this right here. And you know what? And I think when the ending comes together, that's when one of the songs works. And here, I'm not gonna say what it is. I'm not gonna say what song. I'm not gonna say what scene. But there's one song in here that I thought, all right, you know what? That song works because that song has meaning of what's going on here. And speaking of the end, of course I'm not telling you what the ending is, but I will say I think it's a really nice throwback to Romero films, and it's not what you think I'm saying. I know a lot of people like, you just spoiled it because I know what happened. I know Romero. I know my zombie movie. You don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the police shoot the black guy.
Yeah, exactly. That's why you don't see him in the trailer. And they even know he's not a zombie. They just kill him anyway. Your black guy isn't supposed to be here. Wait a minute. You talked about one particular actor in the movie, and that is Paul Kaye. Paul Kaye is funny because I liked him. He was the headmaster in the film. I liked him because of him. He's one of the guys that is like the real actor in the movie.
Yeah.
And you've seen this guy on Game of Thrones, and plus this guy just, man, I had to look him up and realize just how much he can change. First of all, that's him from Game of Thrones. I don't remember his name, but this is another character he plays called Dennis Pennis, who's like some weird interviewer.
Oh,
but then, yeah, that's the same guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm looking at this dirty ass balding dude on Game of Thrones. Is this redheaded gay guy, looking like Actually, Martin, do you remember I used to date a girl look like that?
I wasn't gonna say that.
Man, am I lying?
No, you're not lying.
Hey, look, I got it. He can transform into anything. He has so many different looks. But in the movie, like the characters, that's a real compliment to the actor because the characters just laid on too thick.
That's what I kept thinking too. I was like, I get what y'all going for, but it's laid on way too thick.
Yeah, ain't like nobody's look. You crazy before you even got the job. Would nobody hire your crazy ass to work at a high school?
Right. And yeah, he goes so far, and then when he gets his musical number, I was like, he's a good actor, but singing, I don't know.
And dancing, just prancing. Everything he did was just prancing.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, that's not actually dancing what you're doing there. That's somebody told you some moves to make and how to push air through your throat in a melodic way, kinda. But
look like Peter Pan trying to fly and can't really take off. Just jumping on, dancing through a kitchen.
Yeah, that was another one where I was just like, man, these musical numbers are just not.
No, they're not. No, I'm telling you, man, it's amateurs.
Yeah.
One of the things that you might find out about this movie that actually really, because some of the characters when they were killed in the movie, I give this a compliment. I got a lump in my throat because I really did start liking the characters later. They really did start to bond in a short amount of time. And I got a little lump in my throat.
Well, there's some characters that they don't focus on that much that I found I like them the most.
Yeah, I got to say I liked all of them by then for different reasons. But one of the things that might make you actually cry when you see this is knowing that the guy who wrote and directed the short, Ryan McHenry, he died in 2015.
Oh.
He was diagnosed with bone cancer.
Oh.
And it was almost like it was a mission to get this film made, just to bring his vision out there that he never got to really accomplish.
Why didn't you tell me that when we started this? I would have said nothing bad about it.
No, I want you to talk some shit.
Oh.
I said, you know what? I'm going to talk some shit too.
You want to be by yourself.
Yeah. Hey, man, he didn't direct this movie. that was somebody else. Ain't no disrespect. Here's another.
Well, hey, the short looked cool.
Yeah, man, hey.
Because I think as a short, it works pretty well.
Hey, man, your short is awesome. Another thing about him I found out, when Vine was around, he did one of the most popular things that was out there. He is the guy that is now. Again, sometimes I see these things and I think I know what I'm talking about. I don't, but I'm pretty sure that he's the guy that is responsible for the Ryan Gosling won't eat his cereal.
Oh, for real?
Vine videos that were out there.
Wow.
And to the point where when he died, Ryan Gosling. I mean, look. I could watch these all day. I wish he was still alive to do this. This is a genius idea.
It is genius. So he just filmed that in front of a TV.
He's just in front of a TV, man. Nah, man. He was on his way to big things, and he got so popular with that and showed so much talent that even at the time when he died, Ryan Gosling did a tribute, whereas Ryan Gosling finally eats his cereal, and then he's like, I
remember seeing that.
Yeah, it was a tribute to that guy. And
in line, Ryan Gosling doesn't eat carbs.
No, man. After that was done, when that camera cut off, like, fuck! People eat this shit.
Oh, I look fat.
This is definitely a movie that finds its footing, finds its best parts. Finally finds itself in the second half, and I enjoyed the second half. I do think something that could have been a great film. I kind of maybe missed the mark on that, but it was still an enjoyable film. But if I had saw this, saved a little money, saw it at a matinee, wouldn't mind. That's why and for that strong second half, that's why I'm giving it a matinee.
Oh, okay. Well, we definitely agree on the first half, and I didn't like the second half as much as you did, but I do think it was better. It's one of those where I kept debating back and forth because I was like, I feel like for me, it's more in that rental category where if it's at home, you watch it, and if you like it, you watch it on repeat and sing along with it, and it's fine for that. But I recognize that it's got those kind of legs that the people who do like it, I think are going to love it. Theater kids will be into it. Yeah. So I see it more as a low matinee.
Okay, I mean, it's really, it's not bad at all. You know what it is?
It's the kind of movie where I go, you know what? I don't think this is bad. It's just that I didn't like it.
Yeah, and I did like it, but I think it works better as two things: a movie scene with a group of people that are being interactive with it, or it's a festival film.
Yes. Yeah. No, it played at Fantastic Fest, and they went ape shit over it. I heard about it all after Fest was over. That's all anybody could talk about was this movie.
Yeah, exactly. You know, because it's a movie to be seen with a group of people, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's a group activity. It's fun.
Yeah.
Don't be doing no flash mobs around here. They did one in Austin.
They've done 2 of them in Austin.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what? I'll pick up a bat and start taking people up. Zombies! No, flash mobbing! Don't play that shit. I believe in zombies too much, man. I've been waiting on that. I've been waiting on that zombie apocalypse. I'll start taking people out with headshots. Better be careful. Nothing is more important to me than you enjoying this video. I'm insecure like that. So if you really like us, subscribe. Go check us out on doubletoasted.com, where you can see a long-form version of this video, along with live streaming videos that we do almost every night of the week. Go to dtmerch.com, support us over there. And while you're doing that, stay toasty.